You are a painter competing in a prestigious art festival. Over the course of the game, you will collect transparent art cards and layer them to create paintings. Depending on which cards you choose and the order in which you place them, you will reveal or cover icons that trigger various scoring conditions. Each card combination creates a fun, unique illustration and title for your painting. When all players have completed 3 paintings, the game ends. The player with the most points wins Best in Show.
So normally I like to explore the intro paragraphs that you get in the rule manual to kind of kick off these reviews. And with this one, it's really difficult because that intro paragraph is pretty boring. It's, you're a painter and the first with the most points wins, and hooray, that's the game. So it does have one cool little gimmick though. Check this out. This lovely piece of art on my wall, but it's not really art. That's right. This right here, this is the game that we're going to be looking at today. And like I said, that is a neat gimmick to have. I can hang the box on my wall to look at. But does the game actually make me feel like a painter? Do I feel like an artist when I'm done playing with it? We're going to find out as we review Canvas. Canvas is an abstract strategy game for 2 to 5 players with an optional solo variant. Designed by Jeff Chin and Andrew Nerger and published by Road to Infamy Games in 2021, players take on the role of artists creating 3 paintings. Paintings are made using transparent art cards to create a unique composition and are scored based on varied criteria during play. After all 3 paintings are finished, the player with the most points wins. As my wife will readily confirm, I spend way too much time browsing Kickstarter. So Canvas caught my eye, and it was something that it looked really interesting. The concept of the game seemed neat. I'd never seen something like it before. And the price point was not too bad either. So I went ahead and backed it. It delivered recently, and I played a few games. So what we'll do is we'll start looking at the mechanics, see how the game plays, and then from there I'll go ahead and give you my thoughts on it. Let's go ahead and take a look at how you play Canvas. The first thing you'll do is set up your play area. You'll lay out your play mat. You'll also lay out the colored ribbons next to their associated sections of the play mat. You'll then select 4 scoring cards, either randomly or you can choose from a pre-generated scenario from the book that provides a thematic play experience. You'll take each scoring card and put it onto one of the colored spaces of the play mat. You'll then take the box of your art cards and set them in their associated section on the play mat. You'll provide each player with 3 background cards and 3 sleeves that they can sleeve them with. And lastly, for the players, you will give them 4 inspiration tokens for use during the game. The final setup is to take art cards from the box and fill in your starting row here on the playmat. And once this is filled, you will then be able to start your game of Canvas. On a player's turn, they can take one of 2 actions. They can either take an art card or they can complete a painting. To take an art card, the player simply selects which card from the playmat they would like and draws it into their hand. You may draw the first card in the line for free, but each additional card down, you must pay an inspiration token in order to take it. So if I wanted to take this 3rd card, I would have to place an inspiration token on these first 2, and then I could draw this card into my hand. From there, you will simply slide the cards that weren't selected down the track, and then refill the track from the art box. If on later turns a player selects an art card with inspiration tokens on it, they will gain any inspiration tokens there as part of taking that card into their hand. The other action a player can take on their turn is to complete a painting. This is done by taking exactly 3 art cards from their hand, combining them in whichever way they like, and once they've established their art, they will slide it into the sleeve with their background to complete their painting. One thing to note is that once a player draws their 5th art card into their hand, they must on their next turn take the complete a painting action. They can never have more than 5 art cards in their hand. When a player completes a painting, they will compare the colors and symbols on their painting to the scoring cards on the playmat, looking to see if any criteria are met on the scoring cards. If so, the player will collect 1 or more ribbons of the associated color to that scoring card. In this example, we see that the completed painting will score on the style scoring card because it has 3 of the texture icons. At the end of the game, the players will calculate their score by adding the points from each set of matching ribbons they've collected during the game. They'll find the value of each ribbon set by looking at the number of ribbons in the set on the corresponding scorecard on the playmat. The player with the most points will win. If there's a tie, the person with the most inspiration tokens will win. There are a lot of things that work well with Canvas. First, for a game about art, it needs to be a well put together game, and Canvas is. It's gorgeous. All the components are well designed. You get this on your table and it just looks fantastic. So again, for playing a game about designing paintings, they succeeded in making you really appreciate the art that you're putting together in front of you. I like the unique aspect of the transparent cards. You could have done a game like Canvas without them and it would have been clunky and it just wouldn't have worked. So, going with those transparent cards and the manner in which they did it with the sleeves and kind of the backgrounds that you put against them, it's just well done. It really captures the feel that they were going for with this idea. It's easy and fast to teach. You can get this on the table quickly. You can teach it to non-gamers very fast. There's not a lot that really will leave you struggling to explain this to friends and family. And one of the things I like about it related to that is it's an understandable game. Oftentimes, when you're trying to get people to play games, they can struggle maybe with like, well, why am I doing this? What is, other than just trying to win, which some people don't really enjoy. They're there for the social aspect of games. So trying to just say like, well, you just want to win, it doesn't really sit too well with some people. So I like that with Canvas, it's very easy to kind of look at it and go, oh, I created this art. I created these fun little paintings. And so even if you don't win, you still enjoy it. You enjoy presenting those to people. So all of that together just makes this a very fun, casual game that you can play with anybody that is in your gamer circle. All right, being honest, I don't have a lot of criticisms with Canvas. I think it's a very well-designed game. The few that I have, one is the transparent cards. Some of them have a slight kind of ragged edge to them. Very few, very far between, but it is noticeable. And, there are other games that have done the transparent card concept and have been a little bit cleaner. And that's, it's on the manufacturer, it's not on the designers, but it is something that, you can kind of notice on some of the cards. The other one is the solo mode. A lot of games these days have solo modes added to them. And more than most, I feel like Canvas, the solo mode is really tacked on there. And what I mean is mechanically it works. It's easy to play. The rules make sense. You can do it. I don't want to. The goal of Canvas for me, the fun I have is playing with other people. The whole point of it is to share these artworks, these creations that I've made. So I don't have any desire to try to beat the system, to try to gain the most points for my art. And the only reason why it's kind of a con for me is just I feel like that design space probably could have been used for something else. They could have done more with the core gameplay that I really enjoy and that I really like about Canvas. Ultimately, I really like Canvas. Anybody can play this game. Everybody can enjoy this game. The only situation I maybe wouldn't want to play it in is with some of my more competitive friends. That just kind of kills the aspect for me. Like, I want to play this casually, listening to music, hanging out in my living room, just relaxing and playing a game of Canvas. Like, that's who this game is designed for, in my opinion. You can certainly play it competitively and, your friends will have fun with that and there's points to score, but that's not the point of the game, in my opinion. So if that's what you're looking for, Canvas might not be the best fit for you, but otherwise, I don't know of anybody who wouldn't enjoy getting this on their table. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review. Comment below. Let me know what you thought, games you want to see reviewed. Make sure you like and subscribe. Help me grow the channel. Make sure you don't miss anything. I've started a new weekly live stream, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, called Table for One, where I play solo games, listen to tunes, and just kind of hang out and have fun. So, make sure to check that out. And otherwise, I will see you all later. Thanks.